Can China occupy India with its military? Mind-blowing analysis by an engineer. Let us assume China decides to attack India on all fronts of land, air, sea, cyber. So these are the scenarios which will happen if you think realistically. Number 1. Land attack. China has an army of 2.3 million soldiers and India of 1.3 million. In case of wars, the advantage always goes to defensive side in ratio of 1:3. That means 1 soldier for defense is equal to 3 in offense. On this ratio becomes 1:5 in hilly and mountainous terrains. So advantage India. Number 2. Sea attack. To launch a massive sea attack on India, which has 7 major seaports and many minor seaports, is nearly impossible, as it will require more than 5 carrier battle groups, if we say the least. Considering China has only 1 operational carrier battle group, it's impossible even with huge submarine force to block every Indian port. Second thing which people should note is that nearly 80 to 90% of Chinese trade happens through Indian Ocean. To attack China, we don't have to attack their naval ports, we just have to block supplies to China, which will cripple its economy, and we can do that because the Indian Navy is considered king of Indian Ocean. So advantage India. Number 3. Air power. In battle of air forces, numbers matter little, as experience of pilots and technology they possess matters in 21st century. We already have fought 2 major air force wars with Pakistan in 1965 and 1971, and our pilots every year practice with best pilots around the globe, which Chinese lack. So as long as Sukhoi 30 Mk is there with India, worry not, sleep tight. Even F-22 can't penetrate Indian skies, and leave alone the Chinese planes. Remember, I am talking of defense only. So again, advantage India. Number 4. Cyber or space warfare. If one sees the ranking of Chinese hackers compared to Indian hackers, they rank pretty high, but when these rankings are made, they only consider the people who operate from Chinese or Indian soil. If you consider the most advanced nations and see the hackers who work for them, you will find considerable number of Indian hackers ranked among the top in the world. So if one side launches a hack attack on other, it will not be limited to Indian hackers serving from Indian soil. It will be an all-out war, which is highly dangerous. Next thing I want you to know is military installations are nearly impossible to hack even for genius coders, as their security codes changes at very fast pace. So in this field it's a tie, as no one can say we have edge over other. Please stop considering Indian army weak in front of China because of low numbers. It's not the numbers that win you the war, strategy wins it. The morale support of the population motives our men to fight to save our land from invaders. In 1962, when we lost to China, that time troop ratio was in favor of China, 8:1. Still our brave soldiers did not surrender because we Indians believe better to die than face shame. In 1967 there was a standoff between India and China, where India defeated Chinese troops and the 300 Chinese soldiers were killed and we lost 75 brave hearts. So when Chinese media and ministry asks India to remember 1962, they themselves should remember 1967. In Indian Ocean, our spy satellite, PA Poseidon, and naval ships have tracked down 13 Chinese ships in last 2 months. These are figures of government. Real numbers are not shown due to secrecy, which shows how capable we are to track these ships, and should rest any doubt on our capabilities in mind of every doubting Indian.